Okay, this time we're going to find the lowest common multiple. People get very confused with this, particularly this lowest part. Let's try and break it down. So, multiple. Well, here we've got the multiples of 10. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, and so on, and it goes on and on and on forever. I've also written down the multiples of 18, and again these will go on and on and on forever. But the question is asking us, for example, so the least common multiple of 10 and 18. Okay, so the least common multiples. So we're looking for multiples. We've got them all written down here. We're looking for common multiples. Now, do we see any common multiples? Yes, 90 is common. 180 is common. And we will get an infinite number of common multiples. But the question asked us to find the lowest common multiple. And from our list, we can see that 90 is the lowest common multiple. Now, depending on the size of these numbers here, it may or may not be practical to write out the multiples. On many occasions, it is practical to write them out, and I would suggest that you do it that way. But let me show you how to find the lowest common multiple using prime factorization. I just want to check that I've written that correctly. Yes, there. Okay, so I'm going to write down the prime factor tree for 10. So 10 is 2 times 5. That's nice and easy. 2 times 5. And 18 is 2 times 9. 9 isn't a prime number, so let's break it down into its prime factors. 2 times 3 times 3. So 18 is 2 times 3 times 3. Now, for this one, I definitely want to write it in terms of indices. Now, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. So, what we do is we take the highest power. Now, this is the power here. This can be thought of as 2 to the 1. We take the highest power of the prime factors of 10 and 18. Now, they both have a prime factor of 2, and it's 2 to the power of 1. Now, this is where it's really tricky, because it would seem that 10 doesn't have a prime factor of 3, and it doesn't. But 18 does. We do in this case take 3, and we take the highest power, in this case is going to be 3 squared. Now again, 10 has a prime factor of 5, 18 doesn't, but we still take that 5 there, and that's 5 to the 1. 5 to the 1. Okay, and that's 2 times 5 is 10, times 3 squared, which is 9, which is 90. Which gives us the same answer as before. Now, I think that's actually quite tricky. I would recommend that you, on most occasions, write the numbers out. But I do think it's important to make sure that we know what we're looking for. The lowest common multiple. We're looking for multiples. We're looking for ones that are common, but we're looking for the lowest multiple. In this case, it's 90. We can see with 10 that we've got all these multiples here, and 180 is common to both 10 and 18, but it's not the smallest one. 90 is the smallest one.